You know, obviously, you go back and forth between making your own films and then acting in, you know, what I'll call sort of big studio movies. When you're looking at studio scripts to act in, to be a part of, what are you looking for, and what did you read with Man on the Ledge that sort of spoke to you that made you want to be a part of this process?
Yeah, you know, really, there are a couple of things I'm looking for. You know, this script, I open it up, it says page 1, exterior New York City streets, day. I'm like, oh, good, I hope this party's good. I live in New York, I want to stay home, be with the kids. Unfortunately, it was a great part and a great ensemble cast, and a real page turner. So, in the case of Man on the Ledge, you know, you're looking for all of those things. Other times, it's a matter of, hey, a friend of yours is making a movie, and you know they ask you to come down and play a part. You'll do it for that reason. Other times, quite honestly, it's like, hey, I need a paycheck, and what gigs are available, and all right, that's the movie. Sure.
It's not so bad, and I can live with this.
Yeah. So you'll do those too.
Well, and I know, you know, and obviously in this film you play a New York police officer, and you played cops before, and from a family of New York police officers as well. What did you sort of relate to with Jack, and sort of seeing Jack that this is, or maybe I can do something with this, and you know, bring that up a little bit?
What I liked about this character was when you first meet him, you think he's just another one of those kind of hard-on cops. He's there to give everybody a hard time. He begrudgingly takes the demotion when Elizabeth Banks' character shows over and takes over the head of the negotiation. He's going to be sure to, you know, belittle every choice she makes, mock her mistakes. But then the nice thing that happens about halfway through the film, he turns, or he starts to turn. And you start to see that he is empathetic to her cause and gets her back and protects her in that scene with Anthony Mackie, and then eventually sort of comes to her aid. And that's what you look for, you know, especially within a film where you've got this big ensemble, and, you know, the bulk of the work that I have in the film is more the procedural side of the police work. To actually have an opportunity to play with character and do something interesting was really was a lot of fun. And you know,
and you worked on some of that relationship stuff with Elizabeth to kind of create that, right?
She and I, after the first scene, were like, all right, who are these people? Like, did they know one another before this? How do they feel about one another? And we came up with this notion that they had a prior relationship, and that was going to be the working underneath everything that we were doing. And it immediately made it more fun and a little bit more playful, and we were able to find some humor, and they liked it enough, the producers and the director, that they wrote a handful of new scenes to just have a little bit more of that going.
I'm actually on Monday going to be interviewing Titus Welliver on the phone, and he's one of my favorite actors. And you really get to go toe to toe with him in a couple of scenes. What was it like working with? And he's a real New York actor.
He's another New York guy. Yeah. So we had a lot of fun, just sort of, you know, just becoming friends and hanging out on the set. Given that we were the two New York guys, and had a lot of. If we didn't have a lot of scenes together, we were always right next to one another on those shooting days. So.
Now, I know Elizabeth gets out on the ledge at one point. Was there any talk about, or were you like, I'm not going out on no ledge? No way.
I did day one, I put on the harness to go out there and sort of have the experience. Obviously, like intellectually, like I'm in a harness, I'm completely safe. If I even squat, the thing locks up, so I'm not going anywhere. The minute you step out, your body tells you something differently. You know, I mean, like that real fear sets in, knees lock up, and it's exhilarating, but it's terrifying.
Don't move, stay where you are! You want me to trust you?
Tell me it's done.
I am an innocent man!